The next speaker is Keelani Copany.
I'm Keelani Copney, and I am 12 years old. It's time to go over the rules I've been reviewing with you again because some of you are not grasping the concepts you should have mastered back in kindergarten. It's okay though. Repetition is vital in developing these skills, so we will keep going over them until you can demonstrate you comprehend these skills. I'm even going to give you some examples of what you have done to break these rules. 1, treat others the way you would like to be treated. Some of you have very mean and hateful attitude towards residents of this city and even towards your colleagues that sit up there with you, constantly bullying Councilman Jarrett and even being rude to Councilwoman Burns are just 2 examples. 2, when someone is speaking, listen to them and give them your full attention. That means you don't roll your eyes and look down at your phone when the community is up here voicing our concerns. It also means not whispering under the table and gossiping like children when you should have your full attention on those speaking. You want us to be quiet and pay attention when it's your turn to talk. Then you need to start leading by example and show us you are an amazing listener. 3, your tone means just as much as what you're trying to say. Liddell, you speak to others like you are a middle school bully. You don't come across as an elected leader, let alone the city council president. Candace, the condescending tone you use towards people when you are trying to remind us of the rules over and over again is why people respond to you the way they do. 4, don't tell lies. That means don't get on podcasts and on social media and tell half-truths and whole lies. If you were Pinocchio, your nose would be halfway across the city by now. As elected leaders, I expect you to behave like a professional at all times when you're in these chambers. Hopefully your vacation time allows you to review these skills, and when we come back, you will be star students.
The next speaker is Michaela Terry.
Hi, my name is Michaela Terry. I am 13 years old, and I've been coming to council meetings since I was a baby. And I growed up and I matured more than any of y'all up there. I'm sorry. But I would like to see all of y'all mature up. And I love the way y'all talk about young people and their actions. I would love to see Liddell, Judy, and Candace grow up and mature. And thank y'all, from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all for being a great leader, leading us straight to hell.
All right, next public speaker.
The next speaker is Mari Copany.
Oh man, Liddell and Candace, not only did you not look up at my sister when she was talking, you both had the audacity to get on that YouTube podcast, which is monetized by the way, and claim you are victims of political violence, making it out like you are just 2 public servants who are working for the residents and people are out here attacking you and making money and go viral. Let's be real, the only ones sabotaging these meetings and causing chaos are you. You purposely trigger residents and then run onto social media and play victim when we respond. You made a perfect example of this behavior Monday while residents were being arrested for pointing out that they were skipped during public comment. Y'all sat up there laughing and carrying on like middle school mean girls. And Liddell, you really recorded that video to post on social media to make it out like the council people that walked out just decided to leave for no reason. But you forgot to mention that Councilwoman Burns was kicked out. You forgot to mention that they were standing in solidarity with the residents that were removed. You thought you could control that narrative, but you didn't realize that we caught you on video laughing at those being arrested and taunting the same council people that left. Let's talk about the real victims of political violence in this city, the residents that come to the council with opposing voices. There is no reason to keep half a dozen officers in here during council meetings. It is a waste of time and resources. And as they have proven, some of them are not trained in de-escalation. In fact, it seems they are being told to be more aggressive to the residents that don't get along with the mayor, police chief, and council people Liddell, Leon, Candace, and Judy. Last Wednesday, 2 residents were removed from council and immediately arrested. One ended up with a broken wrist, but Ms. Savage encountered a level of brutality that was both excessive and unwanted. Her injuries include a fractured wrist, a torn ligament in her other wrist, a head injury, and a nerve damage resulting in full whatever that says in her right leg, and partial partial whatever on her left leg. She is still in the hospital, and doctors are saying she's looking at between 6 to 18 months before she'll be able to walk again. Is this what you wanted, Liddell? Is this what you wanted, Candace? Is this what you wanted, Leon? Is this what you wanted, Judy, to see the residents you hate to be brutalized by the police? This trend that we are seeing with weaponizing police against residents that don't agree with you is alarming, and people are terrified to step foot into these meetings. Mayor Neely, you said you want to encourage residents to make their voice heard and advocate for policies benefiting them. Well, let's start with the immediate suspension of this policy where you are arresting nonviolent people that speak up in these chambers. Let's remove the excessive amount of police and let them get back to work handling the actual criminals that are terrorizing our communities. And while we're at it, I encourage you to come to the next council meeting. And yes, I am posting this on social media for my 300,000 followers, not for clout, clicks, and views, but because the world deserves to see how the fuck y'all treat us, and get your shit together and do your fucking job.
All right, just a kind reminder, no vulgar language. Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.